So I'm here with Omar Epps, and we're actually about to go to a fun event together for Artists for Peace and Justice. Why don't you tell us a little about that, because I know you're heavily involved.
Well, not heavily, but I am involved in Artists for Peace and Justice. It's a great charity organization that really, they do a lot of work in Haiti and just a lot of work in third world countries and that sort of thing. And I'm down for the cause. So.
Now, tell me a little bit about your show. Tell me what it's like to work with a child actor. Is being a father, does that help?
I guess it does. I guess it does. It's actually a good question. I mean, working with a kid it depends on the kid you're working with. So Landon Jimenez, who plays Jacob on the show, he's a good kid. He's got a good family, and they're very supportive of him. But he's still a 9-year-old kid, so you have a lot of fun.
Tell me what we can look forward to at the show.
Well, if we're lucky enough to get a third season, we can look forward to more thrills, chills, and spills.
Your Instagram account makes me think that you're a pretty introspective kind of guy, kind of a spiritual guy. And I really like following you on Instagram. I think everybody should. But I also think a lot of the characters you play, you're kind of the voice of reason to someone else's crazy. Like on House, and I'm a typical white girl, so Alfie. And and I feel like a lot of times you're kind of the voice of reason, and then I follow you on Instagram, and I feel like a lot of the things you talk about or post about, like a lot of people post selfies and ridiculous stuff, people like me, but you post things that are thoughtful, and I wondered if you're attracted to those roles or if you think those roles come to you because of how you are.
I don't know. That's a good question. Thank you, by the way. But I don't know if I'm attracted to those roles because I mean, I don't see the similarities in myself. I'm more like my Instagram, it's more about motivation, inspiration, and kind of like that's the stuff that I'm normally doing. Like in the morning, everyone has their morning regimen, and there's a certain amount of time where I'm seeking that stuff. Like, what's the thing that's going to get me motivated for the day or to think about and to try to get better at life. Like that's what we're here for, right? So I think Instagram is like the perfect vehicle for me to then share that with the world.
Tell me what other projects or anything else you have coming up.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in the works. A couple of television shows in development, and my company Brooklyn Works Films. We're just really getting this thing going. So got a couple of films in development, and we're just pushing ahead.
So tell me what it's like to have worked on a film with someone like Tupac, who then becomes famous for such a sad reason. I mean, he was famous before, but becomes kind of elevated in our minds because of how he passed. How is it to have people always asking you about that?
I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, I have different memories. I have very fond memories of Tupac, and that was a great time. That was my first film, his first film. We were kids, and it was just I remember all the innocence and just the being young and irresponsible and that sort of thing, But at the same time, at a very young age, getting a chance for us to live out our dreams was an amazing experience.
We're going to go to support Artists for Peace and Justice now,
yes.
And it'll be awesome. So thank you.
And we won't drink too much.
Definitely not.